Hey entrepreneurs, Sam Day here from A Day Tips, and in this video I'm speaking about some of the key things to avoid when creating a website as a small business. And a lot of these things will save you so much money and so much time, not just when building your website, but later on down the line as well. So the very first thing that I want to speak about is avoiding building your website too early. Now, I know it might sound counterintuitive. You know, we're living in a day and age where every business believes that they must have a website as the very first thing that they do. And as a marketing consultant, I can tell you that there's nothing further from the truth. Now, you want to make sure that your product or your service actually sells, especially if you're just starting out online. Like maybe you are generating sales offline, potentially, you might be generating sales via word of mouth, but digital sales, like getting people to buy from you who don't know about you yet, online, whether you're using SEO, whether you're using paid ads, whether you're using social media, it's a different ball game altogether. So what you want to do is you want to just create a single page, just a one pager. And I will be going into creating landing pages in future videos. So if you're not subscribed and you want to know more about that, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss when that video goes live. But the reason why I suggest creating a one pager before going into creating a complete website is you can actually test that one page and run loads of different marketing campaigns to that one page. And it doesn't actually take up as much time creating a one pager than it does creating a full website. So you can create a one pager in a short amount of time, and then you can get that page out there, promote that page and see if people buy. And if people don't buy, then it's simple and easy for you to just tweak that page, change the verbiage, maybe change your product pictures or the bullet points that you have on the services section of the page. And you can really refine your offering and generate sales and customers through that one page before you then go on and build a whole entire website, which is going to take a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort. And the reason why I say this as well is because sometimes your business model may change depending on how well that one pager does. So you may create your one page and maybe you offer different services and different products or whatever it might be. And you might notice that actually when you're promoting your page, most of your customers are buying a specific thing, a specific product or a specific service. So rather than you now going away and wasting your time building an entire website around products or services that people are not buying, you can take that information, people are buying this or people are buying that or people are reacting in this way to your one page. Now you know where to focus your website on. So when you do go away and create a website, you know what people are actually buying, you know what to focus in on. And if people don't buy, then you don't have to go away and create a whole website around a product or a service that just isn't performing well online. So the second huge mistake that I see a lot of small businesses make when creating their website is spending way too much money on it. And I completely get it. Like not everybody is tech savvy, but especially in the AI age that we live in. And we live in an age as well where there's just so many drag and drop website builders that when you're first getting off the ground, you don't need to spend tens of thousands of pounds to get a website developed. If you're already generating hundreds of thousands of pounds in revenue or in profit, then absolutely fine. You might have a much bigger budget to go away and pay someone to build a website for you. But the one thing you have to remember is an expensive website usually comes with a web designer who will charge you every single time you need to make a change to that website. So if you're a small business and you're trying to save coins, I recommend literally just finding a basic, simple website builder. And I'm going to be, again, speaking about some of the most popular ones on this YouTube channel. But just Google for, a cheap, cheerful, easy to use website builder that you can get your website up and running without having to hire, an expensive web designer. Because, if they create a website that you then have to contact them every single time you need to change a simple element of your website, like maybe your phone number's changed and you have to contact them to change it, or you want to add some pictures, or you've changed the location, you want to change your address. Especially if you want to do paid ads, there's so many parts of your website that you might need to change or to optimize for your paid ads to do better. So if you're paying for ads on Google at some point, or you're paying for ads across Meta, so Facebook and Instagram ads or TikTok ads or whatever it might be, if you start a blog for your website, which is really great for search engine optimization, then you're going to need to be editing and changing your website relatively often. And if you're having to pay this web developer every single time you need to make a change, then that is going to rack up your expenses. So I would say create a website for yourself. If you are a little bit savvy in terms of technology, then I would say create a WordPress website, because a WordPress website is really good for search engine optimization, which basically just means getting your business ranked in Google. When your customers go to Google and they search for products and services that you offer, then having a website on WordPress puts your business in one of the best positions to be found. Now, that's not to say that WordPress is the only website builder out there that will allow you to get found in Google. That is absolutely not the case. And there are a lot of SEO agencies that might lead you to believe that that is the case. I've worked with so many businesses, and we've gotten businesses ranked even without a website, even with just that landing page that I told you about, that one pager. If you create it in a niche that is not super competitive and you do some of the right stuff in terms of getting your website into Google, then you can be ranking in Google without even having a WordPress website. But if you're in a more competitive industry, or you're a little bit tech savvy and you know how to kind of, watch a few YouTube tutorials and you'll be able to create a website, then I recommend going with WordPress to build your website. But that kind of nicely leads me on to the next mistake that a lot of small business owners make when creating their website. And that is making their website just too complicated. It doesn't need to be super complicated and flashing bits here, there, and everywhere, and things running across the screen or whatever it might be. Websites convert better. They convert visitors into customers and sales a lot better when they're just really, really simple. For example, if you go to a website like Amazon or like eBay, yes, they have loads of products, which kind of makes it look complicated, but their website is relatively simple. You go to it, you type something in, you click the buy now button, and you purchase it. And you want your website to be really simple and easy for your customers to navigate. If your website is easy for people to, find what they want easily, the typography that you use, if it's easy to read and people are not trying to guess what it says, then you're likely going to have a website that converts visitors into customers for your small business a whole lot better. So don't worry about creating this, extravagant website. You might think, oh, I've got this great product or this great service and I need to have this extravagant website in order to attract customers to come and buy it. Actually, if someone comes to your website and it's too complicated, they don't understand it, or it's too fancy, the likelihood is they're going to click off that website and go somewhere else. So keep it really simple. I know it's tempting. You have this business that you absolutely love and you want a website that is designed to the T, but don't worry about all of those things. What you should be focused on as a small business is your sales. Are people coming to your website and actually making purchases? And if they are, what things can you do to your website to optimize it so that you can get even more sales, rather than just optimize it for it to look pretty? And it might look pretty, but not actually get any customers. And those are the types of things that I plan to speak about even more on this channel to really help small businesses to grow. So again, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And my final tip in this video is to try to keep basic search engine optimization in mind when creating your website. So what do I mean by search engine optimization? So search engine optimization is basically your ability to get your website to rank in Google when your potential customers are typing in keywords that relate to your business. So let's say you are a local plumber in London and you want to show up in Google when people type in plumber in London, just as an example. So you would want to ensure that each and every page of your website, when you do build it, is optimized for the keywords that it's meant to be optimized for. Now, this is really important if you are a small business who is looking to offer loads of different services or loads of different products, or have eventually loads of pages on your site. Because one thing that a lot of business owners don't realize is Google do not come and rank entire websites. So they don't go to your entire website and say, okay, let's put all of this whole website into Google. That's just not how Google work. But how Google work is they will rank individual web pages. So let's say you have 10 pages on your website. Each of those 10 pages, Google will come to one by one to try and determine what those pages are about and where those pages need to be indexed inside of Google. So if you have one page on your site that is all about your plumber in London services, you want to ensure that you have that keyword plumber in London in all of the important places on that web page. So you want to have it in your meta title, in your meta description, in your URL, in your H1 tag, and in your image alt text. So your meta title and your meta description is in your SEO settings. For whatever website builder you are using, you'll usually have SEO settings, and you want to make sure that your keywords for that particular page is within your meta title and your meta description. Your URL slug is the URL for that particular page. So when you publish a new page, it will have its own URL. And you want to make sure that your keywords for that specific page are in the URL so Google know what that page is all about. You can separate each word by a hyphen. So for example, if my keyword was plumber in London, then my URL slug would be yourwebsite.com/plumber-in-London. And as well as this, you want to make sure that your keyword shows up somewhere in your title. So when you're creating the title for your page, that's known as a H1 tag, and that's also a styling element as well. So if you're using something like Squarespace or WordPress, look out for where it says H1 or heading 1, and you want to ensure that within that heading 1 contains your title. So you want to make sure that some of those SEO basics are in place when you are creating the pages for your website, because what some business owners do is, they've created 100 or 200 pages on their website and they haven't done basic SEO on any of those pages. So in a year's time, in 2 years' time, when they're focused now on SEO, they have to go back over every single page that they've published on their website, and they have to optimize each and every page. So I recommend doing it during the process of building your website. And whenever you publish a new page on your site, whether it's a product page, a service page, or just a generic page on your website, make sure that you have the right keywords in the right important places on your site, so you don't have to go back and clean up all of your web pages later on down the line. Now, I know SEO or search engine optimization can seem like a very complex topic, and I will be putting more content out about the topic. So if you are a little bit confused by that, don't worry, we're going to be going over it and explaining it in more detail. But I hope this video brought you value, and if it did, make sure you click the like button down below. If you would like help with your marketing one-to-one, I'll leave details in the description of how you can work with me, and my email is also there as well. But until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.